So now that we understand how to find the slope and the y-intercept given an equation, we now should be able to take that information and create a graph without having to come up with a table of solutions. So let's go ahead and look at the first question. I'm pretty sure you could pretty easily at this point tell me that the y-intercept is 4. I always like to write my ordered pair. My y-intercept is an ordered pair, so 0, 4, and then my slope is -2. So basically what I'm saying is I would like you to draw a line that goes through the ordered pair 0, 4 and has a slope of -2. So the y-intercept is going to be where we start. So I'm going to go ahead and put an ordered pair on 0, 2. I'm sorry, not 0, 2, 0, 4, which is right here. And then I'm going to graph a slope of -2. Now, down at the bottom in red, I'm going to just write what I mean by that. Remember, slope is your rise over your run, right? So if my slope is -2, well, I have to have a rise and a run. So I'm going to write -2 as -2 over 1, because isn't that the unsimplified fraction for -2? So then another side note, that negative symbol, it does mean I'm either going to go down or left, not both, right? So my rise has to be -2 in this case, and my run has to be -1. But I also want to remind you that that negative sign in an unsimplified fraction could have been on the bottom. So I want to remind you that -2 could also be written as 2 over -1. All of those fractions are equivalent to -2, right? So now, let's go back to my line here. My line, I started with 0, 4, and so my slope is going to be -2, which means if I'm graphing this, I'm going to go down 2 to the right 1, and the first ordered pair can go there. And so I'm going to go ahead and put the next ordered pair right there. And then I'm going to count again. I'm going to count down 2 again, down 1, 2, to the right 1, because 1 is a positive direction. I'm going to put another point right there. And then you just keep doing it. Go down 2 to the right 1, down 2 to the right 1, down 2 to the right 1. Now, then you have your line. Now, if for some reason I could not go down into the right any longer, my other option is to do 2 over -1. So I just want to point that out. The opposite of going down into the right is up into the left. So take any of these points here. If I go down 2 to the right 1, down 2 to the right 1, isn't the opposite of that up 2 to the left 1, up 2 to the left 1, up 2 to the left 1? So when you're graphing a negative slope, one of your directions has to be negative. Let's take a look at number 2. If you feel like you understand this and can do your graphs, stop the video and do them, and then come back in to make sure that you've done them correct. So number 2, the y-intercept is 0, -5, because a reminder, the y-intercept is your constant when it's in slope-intercept form. And my slope is the coefficient of x, which is going to be 2/3, right? So I'm going to start at the y-intercept, which is 0, -5. So I'm going to start at 0, 0. I'm going to go down 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And so there's my first point. Now, my rise is 2 and my run is 3. So I'm just going to write that. Because it's positive, that means that I'm going to go up 2 to the right 3. So from here, I'm going to move up 1, 2 to the right 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to do it again. Up 1, 2 to the right 1, 2, 3. And then you're going to put your points there. So up 2 to the right 3, my first order pair goes there. Then up 2 to the right 3 again. Now, then you draw your line. Make sure your line goes in both directions. Now, I also want to remind you, if for some reason I couldn't go up and to the right, the opposite of that is down and to the left. So I also want to remind you that a positive slope can be written as -2 over -3. A negative over a negative is still a positive. So you have to keep in mind that you can graph the unsimplified slope as well. All right, taking a look at number 3. If you look, I have no constant, so that means that my y-intercept starts at the origin, which is 0, 0. So I'm going to start at the origin. Now my slope, don't let this throw you. Your slope is always the coefficient of x, right? If I was putting a number in front of x, I would have to put a 1 there. So my slope is -1. So reminder, you have to have a rise over a run. So if my slope is -1, it's going to be -1 over 1, right? Because isn't that the unsimplified version? Or the negative sign can go on the bottom. We can do 1 over -1. So I'm going to start at the origin, which is 0, 0, and from there I'm going to go down 1 to the right 1, down 1 to the right 1, down 1 to the right 1. Now, if I couldn't go down and right anymore, my other option is to go back to 0, 0 and do the opposite. Up 1 and to the left 1, up 1 to the left 1, up 1 to the left 1. Whenever you graph your lines, I do want you to try to put in as many points as you possibly can. And so in this graph, there's several that I can actually do. So then you connect them and make sure you draw arrows on the line. Now, all of these lines, all of the ordered pairs on each of these lines, reminder, these are solutions to the equation. So if I wanted to double check to see if I did this correct, I could take an ordered pair off of the line, and remember, because it's a solution, that ordered pair should make my equation true. So just as a side note, let's take number 1 and let's actually take an ordered pair. So let's say this ordered pair right here, that is the ordered pair 3, -2, right? So let's take the ordered pair 3, -2, and let's just say, does 3, -2 make this equation true? So the 3, remember, is x, and the -2 is y. So I'm going to replace the y with a -2, and then I'm going to replace the x with the 3, and I'm just going to think through the math there just to see if that is true. If I do -2 times 3, well, that's -6, right? And then -6 plus 4 is -2, which is what we were looking for. We want both sides to be equal. So I probably graphed it correctly. We could do the same thing with any of these other ones. I usually don't choose my y-intercept as a check because usually you graph the y-intercept correctly. And so I could pick these points, plug in x, plug in y, and it should make the equation true. So that's always a good way to check. Let's flip it to the back. I want you to stop the video now and try number 4 on your own and see if you can graph it. All right, I'm guessing that I may have stumped some of you with this one. If not, that is awesome. So one thing I want to point out is that the y-intercept being 0, 5 means that my first ordered pair has to start here. Now my slope is 1/3, which means I want to rise +1, which means I'm going to go up because it's positive, and I want to run 3, which means I want to go right. Now, if I look at this, I can't go up 1 over 3 because there's not a graph there. So then that's when it's really important to understand that I can also make it -1 over -3, right? Because remember, a negative divided by a negative is a positive. So what I can do is instead of going up and to the right, I can do the opposite of that, which is down and to the left. So I can actually do that twice. And so what you do is you go down into the 1 and to the left 3. And so 1 point goes there, and then the next point, down 1 to the left 3, goes there. And then you have your positive slope there. Okay, I didn't ask you to do number 5 and 6 yet, but if you did and you got them right, that's awesome. These two are a little bit tricky, right? Y equals -3. We don't have an x here, right? Which means my slope is 0 and my y-intercept is 0, -3. So this one, because we don't have an x and we only have a y, remember this one is a horizontal line. So if it's just y equals a number, the y that it equals is your y-intercept, and horizontal lines have a slope of 0, right? You don't have an x there, which means the coefficient of x is 0. So here we would just go to 0, -3. So we put the y-intercept of 0, -3, and a slope of 0 is going to give us a horizontal line. So this right here would be your line. Now, one way to check this is you could make an XY chart and be like, okay, what are my ordered pairs on here, right? So 0, -3 was one of them. Let's say if I take this ordered pair, that is 2, -3. Let's go to the left and let's take this ordered pair. That's -3, -3. right? If I take any ordered pair along this line, what's the y value? The y value is -3, which then in turn matches my equation of y equals -3. So on your paper, do write that this is a horizontal line, right? Which hopefully now you're cluing in on the next one, x equals 6, right? This is not in slope-intercept form. It's not in y equals mx plus b form. So this one has no y-intercept. And then it also means that this is going to have an undefined slope. So this is when you just have to start learning to recognize. X equals 6 is a vertical line. If it's x equals a number, that means that 6 right there, that is your x-intercept. So rather than a y-intercept, we have an x-intercept here. I do want you to write this down. The x-intercept is 6, 0. So this doesn't hit the y-axis because it hits the x-axis because it's a vertical line. So I'm going to go to the right 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's my point where x is 6, and this is representing the vertical line x equals 6. So if I wanted to check, you could start just picking ordered pairs along this line, and you should find that I go to the right 6 every time. So some ordered pairs on this line besides 6, 0 would be like 6, 1, right? 6, -3. And so if you start writing it down, you should start to see, oh, all of my x values are equal to 6. So my equation was x is equal to 6. On your notes, make sure that you've definitely marked that these two are horizontal and vertical, just to help you remember that. Now, when you're trying some of these on your own, this paper is really good notes to help you figure out if you're doing your problems correctly.